What is up, guys? This is Wolf Alex here, bringing you another episode of War Divisions, and I finally got a chance to take down the Sun-Speckled vision card that we got for free at the Dragon Quest raid. I didn't go hard like I said I was because I just knew I couldn't do it. It's just a lot between work and life. There was no way I was gonna sit down to do it this time around. If we were still in the middle of the pandemic and everyone's still working at home, then maybe it would have been possible. But yeah, now that I gotta go back to work and travel and stuff like that, not so much. In any case, before I start commentating on this, even though the battle already started, right now it's just all kind of set up and trying to get into position. I want to just point out how beautiful this stage is, because this is an awesome stage. It's only featured here in these vision card quests. It's not featured in the other modes. I don't think it is. But this is a beautiful stage. Just want to say. Anyway, I went for the all lightning team. This quest is pretty easy. Anyone could be able to do this nightmare quest if they want to. They don't have to. You could just do brutal and get the shards that way. But if you're feeling up to doing the nightmare quest, then here are the tips that I suggest for this. Bring someone who has massive AoE. Black mages just finished getting their job upgrades, and one of their upgrades is that their Aga spells have a better range. So as you can see here, Salir is I'm trying to do Salir's Tangaga to try to hit 3 units at once, which is one of the missions to clear it. So that helps. Or bring a unit with Barrage. Barrage is another big AoE move, and you're gonna want to use those big AoE moves on these 2 birds and dragon, but make sure you're knocking all 3 of them out at the same time. So you might have to whittle down the dragon a little bit before you do that. The second thing you want to bring is someone with great accuracy or 100% hit move. All the skeletons on the map have high evasion and they like to be dodgy. So if you bring units that have low accuracy, you're not going to be hitting them. You're going to see that in this video with Giselle and my slime. They got no accuracy whatsoever. Because I kind of went into this blind. Wasn't really thinking too much. This was only my second attempt, because the first attempt I quit out because I couldn't get the three kills at once mission done. I wanted to get that done in one swoop. So I exited out and I did again. So this is like the second attempt. But yeah, bringing someone with good accuracy to take down the skeletons is a must. Holy's another example. Salir is pretty good for this because Salir has big AoE now thanks to the Black Mage upgrades, and she has access to Holy, so she can take care of the skeletons with just her job based moves alone. So there's that. You also want to stack up on some magic resistance, because the big bad boss of this, if you haven't guessed already, is Zoma. This is his throne room, and he kind of hits hard if you're not prepared for it. I actually was not really prepared for it because I didn't know what to expect until I hit the room. I'm like, oh, I must be facing Zoma from this. Which makes sense because I think, no, Zoma, we faced Zoma in the raid as well. So yeah, no, it makes sense that we faced Zoma here as well. The raid room was different from this. I think the raid room was leading to the throne room, and this is the actual throne room. So I give props to both maps set up, because they were awesome. But yeah, once you knock out at least 2 enemy units, she slimes will appear and 1 more skeleton will appear. That will be wave 2. They're pretty simple to deal with. Just know that if the she slime gets under 50%, they'll heal up, because the first move they do is the emergency medication, as you can see there. And Unless you're right on top of them, you're probably not gonna be able to kill them before they cast that. So that's gonna be the first thing they're gonna cast. As you can see here, I'm trying to just whittle down these flying creatures and keeping them close because I don't want them spreading too far apart. That's why I have my tank positioned there, because they're gonna keep going after the tank and pretty much stay in one place. They're not gonna really do much. So I'm trying to just make sure they stay grouped, and then go from there. Shitso doesn't have barrage. I don't know why. I thought he did with his ranger sub jobs, but he doesn't. And he does not have access to his sharpshooter. So I felt he was kinda useless here, but because I gave him the Halloween vision card for the 5-chain mission, he proved useful there. Speaking of the 5-chain elemental chain mission, the best units to do those on is either Killing Machine, that's gonna come up in the next wave, or Zoma, who's gonna be part of the last wave. As long as you have your speed in check, high speed, you're gonna be able to get that chain off quick. Just make sure you're not doing massive damage before you get the chain off, because I noticed that when I was doing a lot of damage, I wasn't gonna be able to complete the 5-chain mission. So I did adjust my gear a little bit to do less damage, so that way I could get it off. Or you could delay your Esper summon until you get that mission done. Because when you do your Esper summon based on whatever element you're using, it's gonna add up to the damage, and these monsters aren't that strong. This is probably by far the easiest nightmare quest I've done, or felt like the easiest. There's probably others. I'm even tempted to do multiple clears with this with elemental lower area teams, but I haven't decided on that because not all elements are equal. I'm probably gonna be missing one or two aspects of the mission to make it an easy clear. I have to figure that out if I decide to do that. And if I do that, I'll probably record it. Just probably not with commentary, because there's so much you could just say doing the same thing over and over, but with different units. You know, it's not much you can say. But here I once again was trying to adjust, keeping my units alive. Make sure you have a tank and healer. That's always a plus for these kinds of quests. If you feel like you're struggling with 5 DPSs, if you could do this with just 5 DPSs, be my guest, go on ahead. I'm always cautious, so I always bring a tank and healer just to make my life easier on the matter. But here I got my 3 kills with the barrage from the art. I brought the lightning team as is, and the reason why the art's here wasn't because of the accuracy, because I didn't realize there were going to be high evasion skeletons. I brought her mainly because she had barrage and access to full life. That was it. But she proved more useful than the slime. Slime really was just here to just heal everyone up and keep everyone topped off. Do a little damage here and there. I figured he would have been more useful in this quest, but it kind of makes sense that he wasn't. But as you can see, once you get rid of at least 3 more monsters, I'm going to say, it's hard to tell. But once you clear a few more, Killing Machine is going to come out. He's the 3rd wave, and then the 4th wave will be Zoma with 2 dragons. So here, because I have access to the Halloween, the latest Halloween card, I had access to the Vision ability, which is a triple magic attack, and then Shitcells here is going to do the triple trick, which is the other Halloween card. It's funny how 2 Halloween cards have triple hit moves on their VCs. Just bringing someone with Dream a Dream, like a ninja that has Dream a Dream, that will work. Anyone that has multiple hit moves works just as fine. I just made it easier on myself to bring these VCs with abilities, or else it would have. It's still doable without them. It's just gonna be a lot harder because I will have to make sure everyone else dies. Either Zomo or Killer Machine is alive. My units are fast enough, but my units are also weak enough for me to be able to do the triple hits without killing the hits without killing them. So everyone would have to make sure they get at least one hit in, and then one more person will have to get one more hit in before the enemy unit takes a turn. And that's just gonna be a lot of speed adjustment and stuff like that. But it's just, if you have access to any of the VC's vision cards with the VC abilities that does 3 hits, then you're good. Most of them are locked behind seasonal events. 2 of them are from the Halloween event. One's from Christmas, which is the triple pierce attack. And I feel like I'm forgetting one more triple hit VC, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Those are the 3 that I just know about. There might be one more. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just imagining it. But here I got a lucky counter. Then it's Slime's turn, and he's just gonna heal because that's what he's gonna be good for this map. Just operate as another healer. This frees up Salir to be more of a damage dealer. Because Salir is technically my main healer. I didn't really build the art to be a healer. I just want access to full life because Salir does not have full life. She has raise, and I really don't want to rely on raise. Slime also has his own version of raise, but his TP pool is very, very low. So if you're gonna use Slime as a support, you're gonna have to gear him to raise his TP up more. It's very possible to do. I didn't do it, but it is possible, and he'll become a pretty decent support. So Ravenous dies, and I'm just hoping that I get the full life off here, because it was a 97% chance, and I got it off. So I was feeling the nerves here because I'm like, I just gotta get this done, even though this was just my second attempt. So Slime did something there. He managed to kill one of the dragons. We still have to deal with the skeleton, and as you can see here, Zomo's hitting Ravius very hard. Granted, she's not geared for magic, but it still hurts. Here I was just deciding where to stand so that way no one else gets in range of Zomo's attack. I'm still working on my own Pissarro and Zoma. So I'm not familiar with Zoma's range on his attacks. I feel like that move is an AoE attack though. So I just wanted to make sure that I was out of range of my units to avoid that attack, just to let Varys get hit. And here I was just trying to figure out who to attack to get rid of, because I got my missions done, so it's just all a matter of just clearing everything without any more KOs. I can't afford any more KOs because I only have access to Raise and Slime's version of Raise. But yeah, there's not much else to talk about with this. Again, it's not too hard as long as you have someone with accuracy or 100% hit, and you have some magic defense, and what else? Oh, and big AoE. So you could get the 3 kills in one hit mission done. But yeah, other than that, not really much else to say. Enjoy the rest of the video. At the end of the video, I'm going to be showing off my gear. The gear is pretty standard stuff, easily replaceable with whatever you have. Just make sure you, just like I said, magic resistance, which I didn't really do, but if you're struggling with Zomo's hits, put on magic resistance. I just stacked my team with a lot of lightning based vision cards and worked from there. When you build mono elements, a bit easier to gear than when you're building with job base. Job base requires more brains, um, which I'm not ready there. I'm not there yet, and we still need more job based cards to make it really work it, as well as like more units with those jobs, but that's gonna come over time. But yeah, I'm just wrapping up the mission here. Just got a skeleton to deal with. But once again, stick around. The end of the video is gonna have all the gear I show off. And if you have any questions related to this video, just shoot a comment. Alright, catch you guys later. Peace.
Now the real fight begins. All my strength. Don't be so timid. We won. That wasn't so bad, huh?